See, on a day like today, morning after trend day, you want to line up a couple of the power charts, 60, 120, 30. All of these charts are saying the same thing. I'm under the blue line, I'm under the blue line, I'm under the blue line. Drop it back to a 5, which is our fast chart. I'm under the blue line, I'm also under the rain line. So I'm considering that the first target achieved is at this 98 area, this 98.4, this very first push. Because that was my overnight target anyways. We had said on Friday that 99 support if you wanted to think about taking any profits. So when we started, we said anybody who is a swing trader, if you risk 5 points, short it, because there's better odds coming short, because we don't know where true support is, but we do know we have to get by that 12 to 13 zone. Once we do, anything becomes available in here. So now we are still exploring all of that territory. This was a 1-minute bar that got from that 93 up to the 12 zone. Boom. So there is no support built up. It's just simply guessing. And the zone that we're in already is like a 60% pullback, as Zeke has pointed out. You want to be very careful about thinking too much short side. We've got gaps down below us. Obviously a gap above. But as we get into the numbers, a lot of traders look for 10-point trades. They like that 10 handle rule. So you have to be very careful about the 98 zone, plus or minus a tick or two. And sometimes the lower low comes second and bounces. Sometimes it won't bounce at all, obviously. And sometimes it's the reverse, where the low comes first and then you'll take that higher low and bounce. But either way, I'm still equating this zone as the 98 zone, which is a high odds target zone. So morning after trend day, MATD trades, they hit bounces. Assume we're going to get a punch in the face out of nowhere, because that's just the way corrective markets behave. And we're certainly not in a corrective market. We made a new high a few days ago. So no one knows where support will get found, but as we get closer to that 93 zone, those traders who have been long will start to get squeezed out. So, in other words, they're going to say, hey, I had position, I wanted new highs, and those traders will want to get out and wiggle out rather than take a loss on the trade that they were up on. So it's imperative that the shorts keep the pressure on and keep us under the overnight high. In my opinion, if we break that overnight high, then it still doesn't tell us that we're going to go make a new high, but it tells us that we're stabilizing. So I would like to see us remain under that overnight high for better odds. And that creates a lot of pressure to short lower highs, meaning you're not going to get a comfortable trade. And if it's the type of day that you don't do well and you don't like, then don't trade it, Because we're in guessing territory where all of a sudden, we know we've got gaps below us, right? We know the rain line was up here, 8.25, so that's, theoretical resistance overnight. So all we know is step by step, traders are going to look at this from the perspective of a little bit deeper chart, like a 10, that's still in play. And a 15, that's in play. And a 5, obviously, right on the money. So if we make a take out the high, then more than likely that 10 to 12 test is possible, and we'll certainly start to neutralize things. But I'm going to keep my eye on the 60 chart today. And a reminder, all this is done in low volume. So sometimes what you least expect happens. You think, okay, we're going to just kill all these longs, and you wind up being fodder for the machine. So I put that on the table. Don't make any false assumptions here that we know where it's going. We don't. All we know is we're exploring that range from the breakout, the scene of the crime. And it's up to the big boys to determine where the odds change and where they feel more comfortable rebuying and supporting that position, if they do at all. My guess is that today's resistance zone is still going to be that 9 to 10 zone. But if we swing high and take out this overnight high, then we're starting to eat back into yesterday's territory, fairly substantially. And I would expect that we'll get some range trading before we're done, then another rollover. So keep your eye on the NQ. That's a very big clue. I had guesstimated that 9 to 10 area as the support middle, and you can see how that's taken off like a rocket. So keep your eye on the 30-minute chart, and I think that's going to hurt the ES for now. So anybody that's buying this morning, a reminder, and these are scalp trades against the trend, all we know. And retest today, symmetry retest obviously is the 0275. That's now the middle. So pretty good clue sometimes when we get that. So anybody playing for the half gap and gap trade, a reminder, that's against today's trend so far, and that's all we know.